when you were getting ready to give it up a couple of years ago. I remember that.
You know what? Times of tribulation really.
Yeah. Any excuse you need.
Really strengthen.
Yeah.
The bonds that hold us together.
Obey NWO.
Yeah, for me to hang myself. Welcome, everyone, to the NWO Order podcast. This is Abel Olsen. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, a co-conspirator, Barker.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
And making his triumphant return to CJ after 2 weeks. What's up, you fuck?
Hello. I am your champion. I've never had this feeling in my life, ever. I will be embracing it every day until the next time we're champions again. And
in 50 more years?
I hope so.
Hopefully not
God,
50 more years.
I hope I'm dead.
Probably next year.
You better enjoy it, because once they sign it for $200 million, they're not going to be able to sign to anybody else.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I really thought you weren't coming back. I thought you eloped with a walrus.
I tried. Turns out that's illegal.
He said you were having a species, what was it?
Reassignment surgery.
Yeah.
I actually hooked up with Justin Long from Tusk.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, dude.
I've seen pictures of it. It's
that movie's
wild.
That movie's a mindfuck. Where was I? The NWO is here, and we're trying to take over the world by spreading the weekly pop culture news from across different genres, which include movies, comics, TV shows, anything that we consider nerd. The Nerd World Order podcast, their greatest entertainment since 2017. All right, well, like I said, CJ's back. He's back from his 2-week NWO vacation. He actually went on a cruise around the world in 80 days. Is that what it was?
Something like
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Detroit in 6 hours.
It surely felt like it. You were gone forever.
Yeah, it really did.
And now he's back, and he's got. I thought you had the weekend off.
We've had a lot of problems at work, just so I'm actually going in just for the money.
Yeah, okay.
They're gonna pay me an exorbitant amount of money to basically sit there. I hope no one at work listens to this. Edit this all out, actually.
Jesus, we're back at it.
We're back at it. Just, dude, you gotta get back.
Didn't miss a beat,
No,
bro.
you gotta get back on that clip, man.
But yeah, they're gonna pay me a stupid amount of money to basically sit there and change out the sock every 20 minutes, which you guys don't understand.
Yeah, I don't.
It's really easy, and I'm gonna get paid handsomely to do it.
Okay, sounds good. You're gonna get paid able to do it. All right. Drink of the show. CJ's been gone 2 weeks, and he is his turn to buy beer. And
Yes.
I know he just picked it up a minute ago. So what is it?
Let me read this here. Find out what I bought. Actually, the only reason I bought it is because it says mimosa. I fucking love mimosas.
Mimosas are pretty.
Mimosas
fucking
are
good.
great.
Yeah,
they're
mimosas
great.
are really good.
And that's the only reason I bought it. Cider Boys Apple Grand Mimosa. Apple Orange Hard Cider. And I'm really looking forward to it, actually. So. Why are you guys not?
Because they're twist off.
Thank you. That was great.
Of course, the cider is a fucking twist off.
Dude, I
Because of
saw him
course it
so
is.
intently. He's like, they're pretty good, though.
Why wouldn't the cider be a twist off? Of course it would. Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
Wow, this is actually really good.
Oh, it's delicious.
It tastes mimosa.
Have you had it before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes mimosa-like, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That's great. I've never had this before, but it's great. You know what? Girly beers get a bad rap. Not girly beers. It's 2020. We gotta say, I don't know. What's a good word?
Sugary beers, like
Sugary beers.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Your alternatives.
Yo, your fruity beers.
Yeah, they get a bad rap, but they're pretty good.
And actually, a lot of the times they have higher concentration of alcohol.
content?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what? Here's the Cider Boys. That's pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
I love it.
Your last second pick, CJ, I like it. And I've always looked at that because I know you got it at the liquor store here. I've looked at them and I'm like, that looks good, but I'm drinking fucking
Your beer. Fuck that.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. We need room in our lives for
For nuance and better taste.
Yeah.
All right, we do have a couple poll questions from last week. We asked you guys on Twitter and Facebook, what did you think of Birds of Prey? On Twitter, you guys were not kind, or excuse me, on Facebook, you guys were not kind.
I voted on that. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
But no. Now it's Harley Quinn, a Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
It's 67% said meh or bad, and 33% said good.
I said bad.
I know you did. On Twitter, it was a little bit more spread out. 37.5% both said great and good, and 25% said bad. And we got a pretty good sample size, at least on the Twitter one. So,
Oh, that's good.
it's a mixed reaction, I would say.
I will actually watch it, though.
You should.
Yeah,
And then
you
when
really
you do, let us know.
I heard the first portion of the podcast, and you made me want to watch it. So.
Okay.
Good job, Abel.
Thank you.
Not I? Exclaimed Dustin.
No, you said you hated it because women get to be in movies now.
No, that's not
And-
true.
And they're out of the kitchen.
Yeah, so
No, I'm just.
And they're just not sex slaves all the
No.
time.
I just said you don't have to punch me in the face with it.
They
I
don't
know.
even show any titties. Like,
The audacity. The titties to women ratio on here is off.
it's way fucked up. Yeah.
All right. Which one are you most excited for on Disney Plus? With the 67% vote, WandaVision came back the winner. Poll questions again, 50-50. Is it Hobo Drag? 100% said yes. Are we getting the Arachnid Boy universe 50-50?
We are.
Do you purposely
I'll
have
watch
to
it.
get arrested 66 times? 50-50.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And that was it. If you guys
Wow.
have any comments or anything, let us know on our Twitter page or Facebook page at Nerd World Order 1 and give us your 2 cents. Speaking of 2 cents, Whitney, he's slacking, man. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, he didn't have another.
Why the fuck do we pay this guy?
Yeah, we.
What are we doing?
We're supposed to pay him.
Yeah, we pay him. You should be getting your checks in the mail.
We pay him with free promotion. God damn it.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Whitney, if you're busy, that's cool. Just let us know you're all right, man. No, he's posted on Facebook. He's all right.
I think didn't he go to Florida?
Oh, he did go to Florida. You know what?
He might be dead.
He might be dead, or he might be the next Florida man story.
I kind of hope so. A little bit.
And we can combine Whitney's 2 cents and
Oh,
Florida Man
shit.
in one segment. Save
2
some
birds,
time.
1 stone.
Yeah.
Poll question.
That's just efficiency. Why wouldn't you go for that?
That is efficiency. All right. Well, I guess we're moving right along, man. This has been quick so far. Dude, so funny story. Andres is in town this weekend, and he legitimately, like, earnestly, as earnest as he could possibly tell me anything, he's like,
I'll be on the show.
No.
No.
Can you guys stop the anime segment, please? Like,
Oh, no.
He's like, people come up to me thinking I'm a huge anime fan. So, laughing, I'm like, hell no, that's my favorite part of the show.
The more you hate it, the more
Yeah,
we're going to put
exactly.
on here.
The more it fuels me. So,
If he would just come out of his anime closet and just embrace it, it's so much better for him.
gotta stop hiding with those skeletons.
You're like Emperor Palpatine. Unlimited power!
Let the hate rage through you.
He said people think he's in anime, but the truth is they now know.
No, yeah,
he's
you're
in
open.
anime.
We're helping you if
Yeah.
anything else.
But on top of that, you're a celebrity. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
really.
free publicity right there.
You're welcome. Andres.
Exactly. And you're getting your checks in the mail too.
You're welcome. Full question.
So yeah, in honor of Andres, we do have the Andres Loza Memorial Anime Minute.
君にベイビーシートベリーや本当の気持ちだけ分け合ったらいいのにな願いを叶えてよ
The story of the Endeavor family is a tragic one, with the superhero clan being torn apart thanks to the Flame hero's personality and requirement of his son to become a great hero himself. Soto Todoroki found himself the recipient of his facial scar in part due to the torment that his mother had gone through on behalf of Endeavor's temper. With the number one hero's family recently being given the spotlight in the manga of My Hero Academia, it seems as though the credit of the anime that take place at the end of each installment, I didn't write this, are hinting at a serious Easter egg for the lost son of Endeavor, Toya Todoroki.
What the fuck?
I'm saying, dude.
Wow.
Like, as always, Andres, thank you for the hot anime tip, and we appreciate it. You know,
Use that hot tip.
Turn the anime world on its head.
Andres, have we done this joke before? But he's like the Gene Wojnarowski of anime news, or the Adam Schefter of anime news.
Oh,
Andres is on his Twitter, like tweeting it out. He's like, hot news, hot off the press. All right.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do appreciate it.
Totally appreciate
You're
it.
working hard, Andres. Don't be ashamed.
Yeah.
Let your anime flag freak fly. Or whatever.
We know what you meant to say, and we're proud of you.
Yeah. This weekend. Did you guys see the... CJ probably didn't. I know you did. Did you guys see the first look at Robert Pattinson as Batman? You haven't seen it? God damn it, CJ.
You know I haven't
Pause.
Alright, we're back. CJ finally saw it. So yeah, this week, Matt Reeves on his Twitter account, he officially put a camera test of Robert Pattinson on as Batman. And what'd you guys think? First thought.
I like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He looks pretty good, actually.
Damn, CJ straight was talking shit. He's like, I'm gonna hate it. And he's like, ooh.
I'm gonna blindly say that I saw it and then just totally, completely hate it. I'll probably be right.
I probably... That's an upset, okay? That it looks good is an upset. I still would bet, knowing even what I know now, I was playing the odds. The odds are it's gonna suck, but it actually looks pretty good. I like the logo. Looks pretty badass.
And actually, there's some backstory behind that. They're saying, I don't know if you looked at it, they look like like metal pieces.
Yeah.
And they're saying that that's the guns he recovered from the guns that killed his parents.
His parents?
Yeah. Which was a Kevin Smith story that he wrote for Detective Comics 1000. So obviously Kevin Smith's freaking out because he wrote that story. So if true...
Did you see what he put on his Twitter? Fuck. I'll not verbatim it, but I'll kind of not try to butcher it. But he was just like, my bat pole is at full like throttle and everything.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. A lot of people compared it to him kind of looking like the Netflix Daredevil a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it kind of has that rounded off back a little bit. And also comparisons to the Dark Knight Batman because he was able to move his neck.
That's the best Batman, so as far as I'm concerned.
The best...
Looking. Yeah.
I think the best looking Batman is the Ben Affleck Batman. I think that's very...
That's my least favorite Batman.
Well,
because of the color, actually. Most of it is the color of the outfit. I like it all black.
Oh, you didn't like that gray color? I did. I liked it.
And the logo, I don't know. I like Affleck, but I think anytime I play like an Arkham Asylum game or something, a Batman game, I think of Affleck.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I'm controlling Affleck for I don't know why.
We watched Gone Girl today. Forget how fucked up that movie was.
Oh yeah.
Stomach's good.
God damn. Is it not on the HBO app?
I don't think so. Actually, no, it's not. I would know.
I'm gonna go with the Ben Affleck one until I see a full one of the Robert Pattinson.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty.
Oh, here it is. My bat pole is fully erect.
You needed to look that up. You couldn't. Okay. All 5 words. All right.
So I thought that was cool. So yeah, I'm obviously thoroughly excited, and he has like a very Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that's what I was
Chiseled
gonna say.
jawline.
You gotta have the
Yeah.
jawline.
Yeah. He definitely
I would be a terrible Batman.
Yeah.
I can just accept that.
Oh, you see CJ in the batsuit, and it's like, what are you doing, CJ? I'm not CJ. Yeah, you're definitely CJ.
Yeah, not very anonymous. He has a great chiseled jawline.
Yeah, for sure. If I learned anything from that, it's that he looks like a Batman from at least the neck up. So.
And he better be jacked. Like if he's not jacked, I'm super disappointed. He probably is though.
I don't know. There was rumors saying, take this as with a grain of salt, but rumors that he couldn't keep the weight on. So.
Well, then what the fuck is he doing playing Batman?
He probably can't. But
then why is he playing Batman?
maybe he's doing kind of like not really pre-Batman, but like an early life Batman. You know,
you just see all sorts of like shitty CGI for like muscles around his.
Just put him in like a Shazam style costume. Like most of that was Zach Levine, but not Levi, but. Some of that was a costume because it was like styrofoamy or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Alrighty. CJ probably didn't see it. Have you seen any of the Stranger Things?
No.
I did see it.
Oh, you did see it.
That was my news.
Oh.
Dick.
Okay. Well, we can wait off then.
That's okay. You do it. Just know that I prepared. That was my news.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, it's been such a long time since I've seen CJ, so I didn't know if you were gonna get a piece of news.
And you actually had news.
I follow David Harbour on Instagram.
Oh, nice. So yeah, Stranger Things released a teaser, very quick teaser into season 4, which I think if they said was last season.
That's my impression.
Okay, so yeah, it's the last season of Stranger Things.
But I might have got that from you, so.
Maybe. So season 3 ended, and we all thought Hopper died, but in reality, in the end credit scene, that was kind of debunked a little bit. So I don't know why people were freaking, because Twitter was freaking out, like, Hopper's alive, and I'm like, did you guys not see? Yeah, but it's confirmed, and he's working in like a Russian gulag. They have him out working in the Arctic, the Serbian Arctic, or whatever you want to call it. Oh yeah, I had to hide my almonds from Izzy because she's not ready for almonds.
I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Yeah.
CJ, like he had that spidey sense. Like there's food somewhere on this couch.
No, I'm just lazy.
So yeah, CJ, what do you think of the trailer?
It's pretty cool. I felt a little bit of glee when when it was him. I figured it probably was, but I think the question is, does he know he's Hopper?
Oh, that's
There's
true.
There's gonna be some amnesia stuff probably.
Yeah,
is
maybe.
my guess.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, there's probably some stuff there that he probably doesn't remember anything or something. I don't know. He looks weird, bald.
He does look very weird.
So we'll see what happens.
What was first this last year? Was it Hellboy or Stranger Things?
I thought it was Hellboy first, and
then okay. So
if I remember right. I think Hellboy was or Stranger. I think it was Stranger Things then Hellboy, right?
No, I think Barker's right.
I think it was.
I don't know. I don't want to have a bad David Harbour taste in my mouth from Hellboy. So.
Well, Black Widow's coming up.
David Harbour was great in Hellboy.
Yeah, well, that's the only good thing of Hellboy. So.
I liked it.
I thought it was good.
2 weeks in a row. Yeah. It's fine. You can be wrong. Cool. You should be used to it by now. It's fine.
I am wrong more often than I am right.
Yeah, we know.
And it sucks.
We weren't gonna tell you.
No, I know. I'm self-aware. Hey, CJ.
Yeah.
Do you love the NWO?
Yeah.
Do you like supporting things you love by giving them an amount of money so small that you wouldn't notice or feel leaving your bank account?
Yeah.
Then you'd be perfect to donate to the NWO cause, which will help us create more content and become a better podcast. Is that something you like to do?
Yeah.
Then visit us on patreon.com/NoRuledOrder and give us a monthly donation to help us out. Or if you want, give us a one-time donation. Please go to our PayPal at NerdWorldOrder2@gmail.com.
Yeah?
Yeah, and remember folks, obey the NWO.
Yeah.
I was thinking more Indiana Jones, but you guys went deeper than that.
Does Indiana Jones go particularly deep?
There's your answer.
That's a terrible answer.
Alrighty, did you guys hear the rumor that...
These are the great witty observations I've missed out on.
Yeah, for sure,
2 weeks.
absolutely, yeah.
Awesome.
Did you guys hear the rumor that the Morbius movie is actually supposed to take place in the Tobey McGuire universe?
Yeah.
Because of the poster and not in the Tom Holland Spider-Man universe, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, a few new photo cropped from production in Los Angeles shows a city bus made to look like it's from New York City, decorated with an advertisement that indicates Spider-Man has gone missing from the Big Apple. The ad is branded with the logo from the Daily Bugle, the newspaper operated by J. Jonah Jameson, but the reference gets tricky as the logo itself, which isn't the same dailybugle.net that we saw in the surprise post-credits scene in Spider-Man Far From Home. Instead, the logo is the same one seen in the original Spider-Man trilogy directed by Sam Raimi. So that to me tells me that they are building towards a Spider-Man, a real live action Into the Spider-Verse, because I think they're going to mold all of these together. So that's what I think that tells me. So
that's what it kind of seems like it's going to.
That's terrible.
Why?
Because it sucks.
Why?
Why? It's confusing. First
Why?
off, because I don't understand it.
Why?
I'm stupid. But most people are stupid. They're not. Well, not stupid, but like.
No, well, you had it right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not gonna understand. I don't understand this crap. They're not gonna understand all this crap. Why can't we just have? And I don't like it because I don't want a live action Into the Spider-Verse. It's perfect. Why would you mess with it? Why can't you?
I don't think you're messing with it. I think you're just
messing with it.
Another iteration of it.
I don't like it.
You know, see how the live action one goes. You can make your own. You can
voice
your own opinion after it happens.
9 live action Spider-Mans. Why can't there just be one? Let him be in the MCU. You know what? We have to start all over. Everything.
The world?
Start the world over, yes. Start humanity over. To have one Spider-Man that goes like 20 years.
So we're just going to have to dig up Stanley's body and tell him to go through another 75 years of comic making in order to get this back to where it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because time is cyclical anyways. I'm sure the Earth's been through this like 4 or 5 times already.
Well,
so.
Next time, let's get it right. Not fuck this up.
Well, another thing that
this is the type of shit DC does. They fuck shit up like this. They have to mold stories together, and
they're doing the complete opposite though. Like each movie's like a standalone movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they fucked it up.
Yeah.
So badly. It's fucked up beyond repair, and they're just shitting out bullshit now. I don't know. It could be good. But,
did I not miss cynical CJ?
Yeah, right.
But I don't want Marvel to start doing that, and it sounds like that's what they're doing.
Well, this is Sony, so
yeah. And actually, Sony has been talking with Andrew Garfield, so that probably confirms a little bit more that they're trying to do a Spider-Verse.
Well, let's keep that real far away from Marvel, the MCU, and what's it called? God damn it, the badass one.
Tom Holland.
No.
He's
in the MCU.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse. Keep Into the Spider-Verse and MCU over here separated from this crap. Okay? Keep the crap over here.
Even though Into the Spider-Verse is Sony too, though.
Correct? But they're going to bastardize it and make it suck. I can feel it already. Just with this couple sentences.
Dude, have a little faith.
I don't have any faith.
You have to have faith.
No faith.
No, you have to.
I don't have faith. They have one good...
Give it the benefit of the doubt.
They have one good movie to show why I should have even a little bit of faith. And that's not enough movies.
Venom.
Venom was good. But...
I'm sorry, wait. Retract what you just said then.
2 good movies.
Okay.
But the reason they even have a Venom movie is because they fucked up the Spider-Man thing so badly. Well, because Marvel did, actually.
Moving on.
No! That's what I'm saying! No!
That's my whole point. There's too much bullshit.
You contrarian.
We have to start over. Everything.
You have to start over.
No.
You just debunked everything you just said.
Life has to start over.
Oh my god, I
do
hate
this
you
right.
so much. Go back on that boat. We were doing just fine without you. Luna took over your spot just fine. She'd fart and do a couple snorts, and yeah, basically what you do here.
Maybe this is a connection to this thing, but there was a mystery movie announced between Sony and Marvel that is set to come out in 2021. It's supposed to come out February of that year, 2021, and it's not the Spider-Man movie that they ended up negotiating, because that actually is already scheduled to come out July 16th. The Venom 2 is supposed to come out in October 2nd. Morbius is obviously coming out July 31st, so nobody knows what this secret Sony Marvel project is. So that's what I'm saying. I think they're bringing in I think the best transition that Marvel's gonna have to release Spider-Man back to Sony is through this multiverse of bullshit and give him back to Sony. So I think that's how they're gonna do it.
Does Blade have one yet or no?
No, but Blade is strictly just Marvel now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anything that has to do with Sony Marvel is a Spider-Man or in that universe character.
Okay.
So yeah. So I think to me that builds even more evidence that they're going to do some sort of multiverse thing to pull Spider-Man from the MCU back to Sony.
That doesn't bother you?
It's money, man. That was part of the deal. I don't know what to tell you.
But you're okay with that? You're cool with that?
I'm not cool with it, but they're not gonna listen to the podcast and be like, oh, you know what? Those guys on the NWO, you know.
We're right. I'm right.
I would rather him stay in the MCU, yes, but I mean, shit's gonna happen, man, and he's gonna go back to Sony, and he's gonna have to deal with Jared Leto and his ass.
Jared Leto's ass.
His pretentious.
Jared Leto's ass.
You talk about pretentious. Jared Leto's pretentious. I think.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about in the car right over here.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He's that guy. Yeah, for sure. He took Suicide Squad way too fucking seriously.
Like he was sending jerked off in condoms or whatever.
Yeah, weird.
Dead pigs.
Yeah.
That's weird.
For him
that movie was not that serious.
No, and then for him to be in the movie for 5 minutes, he was sending fucking dead pigs and shit.
Yeah, that's the most overplayed 5 minutes and
that's
overhyped.
Yeah,
that's terrible. Terrible job.
You know who's done a better Joker already is Alan Tudyk in Harley Quinn. Yeah, he does a really good Joker.
Fuck that last episode.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh, which we're probably going to do next week, so you should catch up.
Great. Awesome. Sweet.
Was this the last episode? Or I thought
next week's the last episode, so we should be ready by Sunday.
Fuck yes. I mean, fuck
no.
Only a whole more episodes.
Yeah, I know. They're only 30 minutes, CJ. If you start tonight, you can have it done by Wednesday.
I am very busy.
Doing what?
I have to work tonight.
Oh, that's right. You said you're going to be doing nothing, so watch some episodes.
I didn't say I would be doing nothing. I said I would be working very hard, doing several things. Certainly won't have time to watch.
You have the HBO app. Have you watched that McMillions documentary yet?
No, what's that?
Oh,
is that the one where they? I thought that was the one where they all colluded to steal the Monopoly money.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. I've watched one.
What's that to do with it?
It's on the it's an HBO documentary. And it's really good.
You saw it?
I saw part 1 of 2, so yeah.
Like a group of 5 friends all stole them.
No. I haven't. The first part was on the. I'm assuming the second part is going to be that story. The first story was kind of from the FBI, and how they were able to get a tip and then kind of build the lead and infiltrate inside McDonald's and stuff. Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah, for sure.
I do want to watch that, actually.
It's good. All right. We already did your news, CJ. So Barker, what's your PC news you brought this week?
So they are doing a animated movie of He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Revelation.
Yeah.
They do have a couple of voice actors, but the headlining one is Mark Hamill will be Skeletor.
Yeah, that's the Netflix show / movie that is being produced by Netflix and Kevin Smith. So yeah, that's cool. And I took a screenshot of that because I didn't know if anybody was going to talk about that. Let me see if I still have that.
You're welcome. I better get my check in the mail. Where are all these checks at?
In your butt.
Do we have this? Where's our account?
Yeah, here we go. Mark Hamill as Skeletor, Lena Headey as Evil Lyn, Chris Wood as Prince Adam He-Man, Sarah Michelle Gellar as Teela, Liam Cunningham as Man-at-Arms, let's see, Henry Rollins as Triclops.
Henry Rollins?
Yeah.
Fuck yes, I love Henry
Justin
Rollins.
Long as Roboto, Jason Mewes as Stinkor.
Nice.
Phil Lamar as Hero. Little side note, I had a dream that Phil Lamar died. I don't know why. That's weird.
You bite your tongue.
Why did you just murder Phil Lamar?
I said I had a dream. More like a nightmare that I killed Phil Lamar.
Why did you kill Phil Lamar?
He's one of our national treasures.
I know that. I'm
How
just saying.
dare you?
It was a nightmare, I'm telling you.
It better have been.
Harley Quinn.
Should Abel be boycotted for murdering Phil Lamar horribly?
Yeah, sorry, Phil Lamar. But yeah, those are
Full question.
Those are some pretty big
Who
names.
was the last one you said after Phil Lamar?
Oh, Harley Quinn Smith.
Canceled. Make that canceled.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Cancel culture?
Yeah. Should Abel be canceled for murdering Phil
What'd
Lamar?
you say originally?
Boycotted.
Yeah.
That's so 2020 or 2013.
Or whatever, yeah.
We're 2020 now.
Harley Quinn Smith is in it, so is Kevin Conroy. So
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah. So that's a pretty stacked lineup of voice actors. So that's pretty cool. Alrighty, we're about to get into the main event, but before we do, in Florida news, Florida man pulls over a police officer to ask for directions, gets arrested for DUI.
That's fantastic.
Name Whitney.
That'd be great.
That would be funny. Alright, the main event of this week is...
Can I just throw this show off the rails real quick by saying that any superstar, all voice cast should have Dave Willis in it. And I'm done now.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Dave Willis should be in everything.
He was working on the Howard the Duck show, wasn't he, with Kevin Smith, I think?
I think so. I think that was the one reason I was excited for it.
Yeah. And then it got canceled, so yeah. That sucks.
So anyway, sorry, moving on.
Alright, but the main part of this show this week, the main event, Sonic the Hedgehog came out this week, and I really wanted to do it because honestly, when the movie studios pay attention to the outcry, or you could say the crying of a lot of fans, and they change it, I think this movie is going to set a precedent, honestly, moving forward about online backlash, but we'll get into that. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, directed by Jeff Fowler, who did his actual what do you want to call it? His big studio debut. He's actually done just music videos and documentaries before this, so this is his big studio movie. Okay. This is the character was created by SEGA, and this is obviously based off the Sonic the Hedgehog video game. And this was starring Ben Schwartz as the voice of Sonic, and he was the motion capture face as well. Jim Carrey is Dr. Robotnik. James Marsden is Tom Wachowski, and Tika Sumpter as Manny Wachowski. Can't say that Polish name. Cinemascore has an A on it. So as we know, Cinemascore is when they ask the audience after the movie what they think about it. So they got an A. Box office, actually. Sonic the Hedgehog booms to a record $68 million opening. It's not only the highest grossing video game movie or opening video game movie of all time, but it's the highest grossing movie over the 4-day President's Day weekend, which is, I guess, is a big movie weekend, because it's in February, of all time. And it actually passed Detective Pikachu, who opened at 54, and Sonic opened at 58 or 68. So
wow,
over the 4-day weekend.
Okay.
So,
How much does this movie cost to make?
The budget is $95 million. So
it'll make it.
It'll make it. If you have, the rule is you have to take whatever the budget was times 1.5 for marketing. So it already made its money back in production, but now they're talking about if it's going to make its money back for marketing, which it should, because I'm sure it's going to open pretty big internationally. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I can see that.
All right, CJ, what is the synopsis of Sonic the Hedgehog? Which, by the way, if you heard last week, he did a great CJ synopsis. So,
like I told him, the one thing I forgot is halfway through you trail off and then you laugh and you say what? And then so the whole
what?
What?
Yeah,
it's not so easy.
It is. It's not. To everyone listening, that was my Shakespearean version. So I thought I did decent.
Let's see. So there's a hedgehog. He talks to his wise owl, the one from the commercials.
Zeisel.
Yeah.
Or the Legends of Ga'Hoole, Brevin's movie.
Or Brevin as an owl, because they look pretty similar, actually. Except Brevin's a hobbit, so I don't know why I said he's an owl. Hairy feet and all, it's crazy. So they get a ring, and they go to Earth. And because they weren't on Earth previously. And they were somewhere, I don't know where. Doesn't matter. So he meets this very good-looking man. My God, is that guy good-looking? Really, actually. And
James
his
Marsden?
super beautiful wife. Yes, the best-looking couple in all of Montana. I feel like I can say that. Pretty. I don't think I'm lying about that.
You know James Marsden's from Manhattan, Kansas.
Well, he's way too beautiful to be from Kansas, so he had to get the fuck up out of here and go to Montana for some reason. Anyway.
Or Hollywood.
Or Hollywood. Shut up, Abel. You're ruining the fiction. Anyway, they meet these two people, and he plays a game of baseball, which pisses off the entire Pacific coast off. And the government calls Dr. Robotnik to piss the rest of them off. And they go chase that guy down. And they get a bar fight. And hijinks ensue.
There you go. Thank you for the synopsis, CJ. CJ is somewhat right, I think.
I'm right.
What happened. But, so before
really all you need to know is they are beautiful. Jump off the screen.
You know
How
what?
is James Marsden not in more movies? It's crazy.
Well, he's been doing Westworld and stuff.
Well, he is. Damn.
So
and he was Cyclops.
Yeah.
Who?
Cyclops in the X-Men movies. So he has this big franchise, which by the looks of it, he's gonna get a second franchise. So.
Well, he should. Jesus.
Yeah. But can we give James Marsden the Danny DeVito, I'll get my hat on?
Oh, yeah.
Because wasn't he in the Easter Bunny one?
Yeah.
Where he's driving in a truck with a CGI animal? James Marsden, you're now the Danny DeVito, let me get my hat on award winner for this year.
But yeah, no, dude, I'll be honest with you. The minute I saw who his wife was, I was like, CJ is gonna...
She's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, CJ's gonna have...
She's gorgeous. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, you're right.
Moving on. So, before we kind of break it down specifically, what did you guys think of the movie? We'll start with CJ.
Thought it was alright. Yeah. It's exactly what you think that movie would be, actually, really, honestly. Whatever you think about Sonic, that's what it is. Not really, honestly. So, it's okay.
Barker?
But, if you were one of the ones that complained about it, and signed that petition, you better go fucking watch it.
For sure, absolutely, yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, and...
Whether it's good or not.
No, they can't say it's bad either. In my opinion.
They can have their opinion afterward, but you better go...
At least support it.
Yeah, at least support it, yeah. I liked it.
I don't want to hear Dustin talk. And when I listen to it later.
I liked it.
That was systematic. You've ruined it.
Sure it was.
I liked the movie because it was really nostalgia. And I think it was
Did you even own a Sega?
Yeah. Oh. I had a Super Nintendo and I had a Sega.
Well, look at Moneybags over here.
Well, yeah, I know.
No. So the reason why I got a Sega is because my uncle bought a Sega, not knowing my dad was gonna buy me a Super Nintendo.
Oh,
that's kind of awesome.
That
so
is
like
awesome,
fucking
yeah.
double prize win right there, you know.
Lack of communication worked out for
exactly.
both.
Yeah.
Well, you're one of the few, but I bet most people did not have a Sega because they all had Super Nintendos. I had a Super Nintendo.
I like that kind of like Barker did, not quite that manner, but my aunt has always either lived with me or next to me my entire life. I had a Super Nintendo at home, and I just went over because she had a Sega. So cool. the 4 games that I put in the most time growing up, Mario Kart, regular Mario, Mortal Kombat, and Sonic, and the 2 Sega games were at my aunt's house. And yeah, I used to just go over like, hey Thea, like, you know, whatever, just go downstairs and just Sonic it up, dude.
Hey
so,
Thea, boom.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, no, I love Sonic. I've
yeah, but I played the Super Nintendo more, and the only game I had with the Sega was Sonic the Hedgehog.
The starter game.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, for nostalgia, it did nothing for me because I didn't grow up with Sonic. Yeah. Like, and I suck.
Well, no,
I'm really bad at Sonic. I suck at it.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
Sonic is fun.
But the fact that like they put in all the Easter eggs that they did and everything that, you know, kind of call back to the games.
Did you notice the funniest Easter egg? Do you guys know the Sonic meme? The drawing.
Oh, the Sonic, where the crazy Gary guy. Yeah.
The Blue Devil. Do you know what that meme is? The very crude drawn Sonic on the internet. It's the drawing that he was holding. That's a Sonic.
This YouTuber kid like made like these crude drawings of like all the Sega characters and everything that. And so his is Sonic. And it was the.
That's pretty funny.
No, it really
cool
was.
Because
when he pulled it up, I was like, okay,
that's the meme.
That makes okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just a crude drawing, and then you look at it again and everything. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I wish. It's not a thing I hate. I just maybe just me just being a dick. But
we're not there yet.
I thought it was a little bit better than okay. I for sure, actually, I think because my bar was still set so low, I completely thought this was going to be, like, just the worst movie ever.
Really?
Yeah, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was okay. I laughed, actually, quite a few times at it. And it was better than okay. For comparisons, I don't think it was better than Birds of Prey, and I don't think it should have had the box office that it was. The box office that it had compared to the box office that Birds of Prey had. But in context to that, I do think, though, people that bitch and complain and moan that they need to change the Sonic do need to go see the movie because...
Definitely.
So we'll start there, actually. So I think this movie is going to set a precedent about how they are going to listen to the fans moving forward. I know we've had this conversation before, but... After seeing the movie, do you think that's a good thing? Do you think that's a bad thing? Do you think it's a one-off thing? Just what are your thoughts in general about the whole Sonic fiasco, which turned to what you could probably objectively say success because the movie's going to make money. So what do you think?
I would probably say it's probably a one-off type situation because the first design was really bad.
It was super bad.
Super.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about that. It was probably a creative decision.
Well, the director, Jeff Fowler, specifically said, like, we've listened to the fans, like, we want to make this the best movie we possibly can. So they went back, and that's why that budget is probably so much higher now, because they had to pay all the animators and stuff to go back in there and stuff. So,
but what I'm saying is the original design was so far from what Sonic looked like.
Yeah,
that's what Sonic looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Really, yeah.
That was probably a creative decision somehow. Like they weren't trying to draw Sonic and missed.
So you're saying like a test screening kind of thing?
No. They probably intended to go with it. Well, they did. They released a trailer.
But do you think that's what it was? Like, let's see what people think about it, like, and then we'll change it from there.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Because they would have done that before. They don't do that to the public. They do that to like 5 people in a room. But that was probably a decision to. They were probably trying to distance themselves in some subtle way, or maybe not so subtle, from the video game. I imagine.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like a creative.
Yeah, someone made that decision
on purpose. Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't like they accidentally fucked Sonic up for the entire movie.
Yeah.
No, they didn't do that. They sat down and probably had a discussion about it.
My thing though is like if you're trying to get our age group to go watch it.
I'm not saying it was the right decision.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you're trying to get our age group to go see it, then we're the ones that played him growing up, and even like Whitney's age, even like they were teenagers when those were coming out, so they're even more the market audience that you're trying to reach. Why don't you make him look like you designed him? And unless the plot was different to where he was a human hybrid, then I get it, and they had to go back and change it. But if the plot was always the same, he's an alien from a different dimension Sonic, or whatever, yeah, then just make him look like Sonic. I don't get it, but ultimately it worked, and I think he looked fantastic in the movie.
Well, what I'm thinking is that they knew it was a risk, right? Whenever they made that decision to alter it somewhat, to whatever extent they did, they probably knew it was a risk, which is probably why they were so quick to revert back to, all right, let's do it right. And it wouldn't surprise me to find out, because they did it relatively quickly for like animation. Animation takes a long fucking time.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't surprise me to find out that they had a plan B.
Yeah.
Which is part of why, because that happened really quickly. That went from petition to, okay, we're doing this now. Over like the course of like a weekend. Do you remember that?
It was pretty quick, yeah. But they did push back the movie. I think the movie was supposed to come out in like November.
Oh, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
They probably, sure, it pushed them off track.
Yeah.
But I bet you they probably prepared in some way for it. Or it wasn't unexpected.
No, but
I think they knew they were taking a creative risk, and they knew.
I agree with you that
there would be pushback.
I agree with you with the creative risk. I don't think that they had a backup plan because Hollywood is so up their ass that every movie they release they think is gold, which is probably the lack of self-awareness. That they're like, oh, they're gonna love it.
But I think it does show some self-awareness because, like I said, they were really quick to do that. If they hadn't been, like, if it took them months or whatever, and I'm genuinely surprised they even did it. Most movies fucking wouldn't.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So it kind of tells me they were listening for that. That's what makes me think. And you don't do that unless you have some sort of contingency that we might have to do this.
See, and I agree with CJ on that. I think it's a contingency plan not only for us, but this is still a kid's movie. So these kids see this and they're like, it freaks them out and everything. So I think they had that the whole time because it was too fast. You think like a couple months, after 2-3 months, but it was a week. It was like boom, like they're expecting it to happen.
I don't know
if they were expecting it.
No, but they were like, we're gonna roll with A, but we know we're probably gonna have to go with B.
No, I just think the pushback. I don't think so. I just think the pushback was so loud and so.
You think they were caught off completely off guard?
Oh, for sure. Oh, I think so. Yeah.
No,
I think that people.
I think they were expecting it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think they were.
Well, we can argue about that all day, but we'll move on.
It'd be great to talk to somebody.
Yeah, that kind of was on the inside. But ultimately, what do you guys think of the final design then?
Yeah,
it was really good.
Oh, I thought so too, for sure. Okay, so we're all in agreement on the
not too cartoony, but at the same time not too realistic.
Yeah, it's free, like in that uncanny valley kind of. Yeah. So okay, ultimately we all kind of agreed on something that you liked. What's something that you didn't like?
Go fuck yourself if you haven't seen the movie. You son of a bitch.
Of the movie.
I didn't get to say what I liked specific to me.
Ah, fine, CJ, you snowflake. Come on.
I like James Marsden's wife.
Okay, Barker, you're up.
I did like the I like the fight scenes. I like the slow motion scenes.
The Quicksilver thing.
Quicksilver. That's the thing. I was just like, oh, they kind of turned it into a Quicksilver kind of thing.
But it's also like a Sonic thing.
No, I mean, if you're fast, you're gonna
blast
in Justice League.
That was cool, but I did right here in my notes. The Flash is fucked now because that would make him the third speedster in a movie.
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
that's funny.
In Justice League, he did his.
But to get his own movie, And if they were to do that same scene, not only now is it, oh, he's doing quick speed, but now it's now, oh, he's doing quick speed and he's doing Sonic. So you can't. He's fucked in the fact that he can't do that scene anymore.
That's fine.
I think anybody can.
They probably would.
If you're a fast person.
Yeah, I get that, but now you have to find a creative way to do that scene.
Oh, I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, you're always gonna get that slow motion with some fucking music in the background, and they do something quirky during the middle of their scene.
Well, there should be pressure on them to be creative. That's how we get good movies.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I didn't mind that so much, the Quicksilver scene, but when I did see it, I'm like, oh, that's a Quicksilver scene.
It's the gold medal.
Yeah. That first one.
That's the bar.
The first one when they're breaking Magneto out of the Pentagon, like that is the gold standard.
I don't know. I liked Apocalypse.
No, I like the White House one.
It's the White House one.
Me specifically, I liked the fact that they made a movie, right? Whether it bombed or not, or it's doing well, and then they decided, hey, let's try to tie something in, because there's nothing in the movie that tells you that there's a sequel. If you watch that, right, there's nothing that says like, okay, maybe the Dr. Robotnik scene at the end, I get that, but like it doesn't leave like loose ends plot wise as far as like, oh, watch a movie.
Yeah, it does.
You're saying
the echidnas at the beginning.
What?
The people that were chasing him when he was a little kid.
Oh, but that's not.
Nah, that's not, I don't think that's
just.
Yeah, I don't think that's for
That's
another
just a plot
movie.
mover,
Yeah,
like-
yeah. That's.
You don't think that's gonna tie back in later?
No, that's why he left. Like that's all that is.
Yeah, I didn't think too much into that. No.
I doubt.
But it wasn't until the very end where Dr. Robotnik's like, I need to get back, and then you see, spoiler warnings, the end credit scene with, did you guys see the end credit scene?
Yeah.
The mid credit scene, I should say, with Tails. It's like, oh, well, now we can kind of tie in something where I think that was made into a movie, because if this movie...
You're glad they made a movie.
Yeah, because if this movie bombed, then it's whatever. But you have that one piece of movie. Now it seems like it's doing well. They're going to make another one, probably, because that's the way Hollywood works. So yeah, I just like how this is a singular, encapsulated movie that they weren't too busy getting ahead of themselves and trying to make a franchise where it's like, oh, here's Tails, here's Knuckles, here's Sonic, so it's like, no, it's a Sonic movie, and then it wasn't until the very end of the movie with Dr. Robotnik, and then the mid-credit scene with Tails, that's like, okay, now they're going to try to build a universe. So.
I agree with you.
So how would you feel like if it would have bombed? And they don't make a sequel.
Then that's fine.
But then all you have is that one tiny bit that's inconsequential.
Yeah. Then we watched this movie, it bombed, and then you have that tiny little scene at the end where it's like, oh, Dr. Robotnik, maybe they write him off in a comic book or something. But now we have a singular movie, it told its Sonic story, and we can move on.
What he's saying is he's glad they didn't not tell a Sonic story.
Yeah.
Or end it, right?
Yeah, exactly. They didn't try to cram an entire universe in a movie.
Like they didn't Power Rangers, like you could tell like they were building up for a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, throughout,
they just made
much.
a movie and that was it.
Yeah.
So okay, so what is something?
And now we're all sad because they're not going to get their second movie.
Yeah.
Seems like so.
What is something you guys disliked in the movie?
I wouldn't say it's something I particularly disliked.
Well, that's the segment of this. So, what's something you disliked, CJ?
Okay. Okay. I dislike it, but it's not fair for me to dislike it because it's a kids movie, and I don't like that it's a kids movie.
And I
agree.
I have that in my notes too. So
it's definitely a kids movie.
Yeah.
And it's just not something I would go out of my way to watch, really.
And you kind of did go out of your way to watch it.
Because I have to. I get paid for this. Obviously.
Wait, CJ gets a paycheck?
With hugs and kisses.
Wow.
You guys getting paid? But I just would. It's not something. It's just not for me, really. Honestly, that's it. But that's not fair.
Yeah, and there was 2 moments of kind of clarification for me. One is I physically wrote it down where there was a bunch of kids at the 9:30 showing, which is I don't know, and then 2, they were laughing and stuff and having such a good time. Hell yeah, Roughnecks, and having such a good time that I wrote it down. I'm like, that's who this movie's made for. It's not a bunch of 30-year-olds talking about it on a podcast.
It has stuff for us.
Yeah, it has little things in there for us. But ultimately, this movie is made for kids.
It's for the parents taking their kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
which we didn't really.
Yeah, it's meant. That's what it's meant for. And and then the other moment is whenever I actually type that out to the notes, I'm like, we're grown men and we're about to talk about a kids movie
Yeah.
on a podcast. You know what I mean? So it's like, but you know, ultimately, but I get that you're not the target audience, so it's not. You know, if we weren't talking about it, you weren't gonna go see it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I probably was. If we wouldn't have this show and the internet still existed, and just because of the controversy, and then they changed it, I'm like, oh, I'd still go watch that.
Yeah, it was all adults complaining about that shit.
Yeah, it's
so
never
the movie's
kids.
not even
Yeah.
whatever.
Barker, what is something you disliked?
I agree with CJ. I really wanted to be more adult oriented, not adult oriented, but kind of get a little bit more of the comedy to adults, kind of like they do with other movies, like we were talking about with Shrek.
Yeah.
But then I realized, you're correct. I mean, it's a kids movie. It's supposed to be for the kids.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But we were the ones playing it, so like I felt like it was supposed to be kind of like a 50-50. Like, hey, you guys played it on the original Sega Genesis. Like, here's your your Easter eggs. Here's your jokes. We're gonna do this for the kids, just so they shut the hell up and not be running down the aisles every 86 seconds.
The problem.
There's one kid right next to CJ just kept talking. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not CJ right now because like he could not hear fucking shit.
He fell asleep on me actually.
Oh, nice.
But I don't think that's a fair take. Like, it's not for us, right? Like the movie's not for us.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's fair to wish that it was, because the game isn't really for us anymore either.
It
the
was
game
when we
is
were
for
kids, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's for kids. It's a kids franchise.
But also to go along.
What
with,
are we gonna have Sonic just dropping fucks and cutting people's heads?
No.
And that's when studios get in trouble whenever they try to make a gritty remake of like whatever. It's like, don't, because you're already alienating and that's on. And thinking about it after we did the Birds of Prey show, one thing honestly I do think that was a hindrance to them, that they were trying to make this movie more adult wise, and I think why it suffered a little bit in the box office. Yeah, it is because they made it a hard R. And if they would have kept it PG-13, I think more parents would have been like, hey, let's go see Birds of Prey or whatever. Yeah. But besides the point. But to kind of go along with what Barker was saying, I do think though that a lot of movies, and particularly Pixar movies, they do this well, where it's a very kid movie, but they do very adult,
subtle adult jokes that they slip in there really good.
Yeah, not really much of that here.
No, not at all.
Except like the 5 little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you felt like, not particularly, but you just felt like you shouldn't have been at that movie because it was supposed to be a kids movie, But I felt like they didn't really do a disservice to us, but I felt like they could have done a little bit more for the adults.
Well, like how? Like I said, what are you gonna have them do?
I do think that they tried that, and that's a good segue. Boop, 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 into something that I didn't like, and I feel when you watch this movie in 5-10 years, it's going to be super dated with its comedy and its references, because it's like, hey, leave 5 stars, which is a reference to Uber. We might not have Uber in 10 years or whatever.
You got the floss dance.
Yeah, we have the floss dance. Nobody's going to know what the fuck that is in 10 years. Some of the other jokes that was like, yeah, this is going to be super dated in 5 to 10 years. Right now, it's hitting its peak, but like in 10 years, these jokes are not going to be like... The kids watching this movie in 5 years...
They're going to fall on deaf ears.
I can assure you I will not watch this movie in 10 years. So.
Well, I'm just saying, the kids watching this in 5-10 years, they are going to be like, what's he doing? Because he does the floss dance like 2 or 3 times in the movie and stuff, and it's like, okay.
Jim Carrey said in an interview that one of his dance moves he thought could like be in a Fortnite, and I watched a scene where he was dancing, and
it's like from Fortnite, like that's the
no. He said like one of his dance moves is going to be on Fortnite.
I see what you're saying.
But I watched it and I was like,
well, Fortnite's famous for ripping off dances.
Yeah.
Did you hear the big one is there's a couple of kids on YouTube, and then the Turk dance from Scrubs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's straight like ripped off from Scrubs.
They stole one from some rapper too.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. Something. I don't know enough about hip hop, but yeah, they were really bad about that actually. But I think that was an original, wasn't it? The backpacker, the floss.
Yeah.
Like that's an original Fortnite dance, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Was it not?
No.
Was that one of the ones they stole?
No, like the kids trying to sue him for it.
Are Fortnite bastards? Cool question.
Okay, so let's see. What
are a bunch of little 9-year-olds gonna be really mad at me for the last poll question? Because yes, they will.
So what? Okay, so let me start here. It's really great to see Jim Carrey in something again.
Fuck yes.
And it's kind of the thing. No matter what you think of this movie, Jim Carrey was at peak Jim Carrey in this movie.
Did you think so?
I thought so. I thought he was like close to Riddler status.
No, I was thinking like Ace Ventura, like evil Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Well, I guess what I was trying to, not the best. I shouldn't say that. I just mean peak as far as like he was being like himself. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, because he was super like doing the faces.
I think you need better writing for him to be at his best. Like, it's not his fault, is what I'm saying. But he did the best he could in the role. Certainly, I think. I thought he did it pretty
well.
No, it was good. I'm not saying it was bad, but he needs more room.
Yeah.
To get the full effect.
He is a scene chewer for sure. Like he takes, takes his time.
He needs a whole movie to himself.
Yeah.
He needs Liar Liar or Ace Ventura, where it's nothing but him the whole time.
And I could tell the only time they really let him kind of do his own thing was whenever the little quill was being analyzed, and he was in the RV or in the semi doing his dancing, running from the dinosaur. Like that to me was the only time that he was really truly Jim Carrey. All the other times was kind of like
with the general.
The general, that was like one of his.
That was him, but on a smaller scale, because like. When I think of Jim Carrey, I think physical comedy, and he wasn't being very physical there. He was being very verbally funny, but not. Yeah. And he was, but he has to be like, look at me, because he's always been like a rubber kind of guy. And that semi scene was really the only time that he was kind of him.
Yeah, but the general scene, most of his iconic moments have been when he just drops these just ridiculous jokes and just does his like rants,
But Abel's right though. He's way super overactor. Like that's
like when I think of Jim Carrey at his most. Jim Carrey is when he's in Batman Forever, when he's in the Batcave, they destroying the shit out of the Batcave. And he's like, and he like lines up to throw the thing, and he's a pitch or whatever. And then he grabs himself, and like that to me is like ultimate Jim Carrey, because like really his dialogue only does half the. If I see you staring at it, I'm not gonna drink it. You can have it.
I wasn't, but now that I know that,
he is very dynamic.
I have to work in like an hour. Edit this out.
Thank you very much.
And I just think maybe we get more of him as more Dr. Robotnik in the second movie. Which, by the way, his look when he's on the Mushroom Planet looks so good.
So accurate.
But I basically, long story short, I'm just glad to see him back in something, and whether this is a little taste, and maybe he gets a Keanu Reeves moment where he's like back in the consciousness. I hope so.
I'll pay as much money as I need to see Jim Carrey back.
Yeah, it just sucks that he's an anti-vaxxer, but that's besides the point.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Dude, if I have to learn with that burden, so do you guys.
God damn it.
He was married to Jenny McCarthy for like 10 years or whatever.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you don't have to take what she...
Yeah, it's fine.
You don't have to practice what you preach.
Let's see. What'd you guys think of the Sonic voice of Ben Schwartz?
It was fine.
Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah.
John Ralphio in Parks and Rec, and he's also in...
He's done a lot of things. Yeah. He's like Panda in We Bare Bears. He's Dewey in the new DuckTales.
He was a consultant for BB-8 too. Him and Bill Hader were consultants for BB-8.
I gotta Google him real fast.
There's a joke that he looks like the kid from
That's not who I thought Ben Schwartz was. So I was lying. Yeah, sorry. Who am I thinking of? The little kid in The Princess Bride. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, that's Ben Savage.
Ben Savage. I was thinking of Ben Savage.
You're thinking of Ben Savage?
Yeah.
Ben Savage is like pushing 40 or 50 or something.
How old is Ben Schwartz?
He's like in his 30s.
Ben Schwartz sounds like someone I would name a 50-year-old. Like I would know, or like a 40-year-old. 40-year-olds are named Ben Schwartz. They're born 40.
Have you seen Parks and Rec?
No.
Wait, which one was Ben Savage? Was he Happy Days or
Fred Savage?
He's 38.
Okay.
He was born 35 years old. That's all I'm saying. You don't name your teenager Ben Schwartz. Like,
that's his last name. What do you want him to do?
So then, who was Boy Meets World?
Fred Savage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
his
brother.
Ben Savage was
Fred's brother, probably.
No. Like he's on a show.
Ben Savage was Wonder Years.
Wonder Years. There you go. Okay.
Princess Bride. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And Fred Savage was Boy Meets World.
That's who I was picturing this whole time.
Yeah.
So I got nothing to say on Ben Schwartz. I don't know.
But I guess what'd you think of the characterization of Sonic?
He was fine. He was good.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it. Super hyper, which I think
it makes sense. Yeah.
Which I like. Pretty witty, pretty cool, pretty funny. Yeah, I liked it. He was good.
What about the general plot in the movie? What did you guys? Was that okay for like the best you can do for a video game as far as like because somebody put this. It wasn't a review, but they were just talking about comic book movies in general, and they were saying over the last 10 to 15 years, the reason those comic book movies don't work is because a video game is you can do like a 20-hour campaign or whatever, right? And it's so hard to put that into 2 hours, right? And the complete opposite is true for like Mario and Sonic, where you're trying to make that platform roller into a full-length movie, so you can really just like do whatever you want. But what do you guys think of generally the plot?
I think that is probably my issues with the plot are they help my argument that it's just a kids movie because it's super simple.
Yeah.
I lost my rings. I gotta go get them. That's essentially the whole plot. And there's a guy chasing me, pretty much. But
and then the bad guy's trying to capture him to take whatever he has.
Yeah,
from him,
but I think it would be a disservice to the movie to make it more complicated because it is for kids.
Yeah. No, true.
So my beefs with the plot go hand in hand with my beef that it's a kids movie. So I don't mind it. I don't like it, and I prefer that they were on some secret mission, flying into secret buildings and jumping over lasers and like I don't know, maybe they gotta go steal the. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what the fuck they gotta do.
Well, maybe.
Well, I would like that.
Well, maybe you get that in a second movie because like now you have established characters.
I think you gotta keep it pretty dumb. I really do. Yeah. I don't think it works as well.
Yeah,
I don't.
I agree with him. It's just like, guy has great life going. Guy finds something that complicates said guy's life. Said guy like takes time and effort out of his whole life to help this one thing out from a bad guy and everything, and then they become friends.
And in the end, it was love all along.
Love all along.
It was about friendship. Yeah.
So yeah, it makes
I
think you need most kids movies are going to be that.
Yeah.
So.
They even said it in the movie.
Yeah. They really. Awesome.
Do you guys possibly think there's a connection there between the mushroom world that he was going to and Mario?
The first
totally,
thing I thought.
the first thing for sure.
I thought it was a shot at Mario.
Yeah,
I still think it probably
No,
is.
that was a level on Sega.
Shut up, Dustin.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, no one remembers that.
Yeah, there was a level.
You're a level. It's a shot at Mario.
I don't remember being a mushroom level. I remember the Green Hills, which is the opening level, and then you have like a Vegas style level, and then you have like a lava level, and then you have like an underground level. But I do not remember a maybe I didn't play Sonic 2 and 3 in a million. I played Sonic 1, and I don't remember being a dick level.
It's a shot at Mario.
Yeah, it's definitely a shot at Mario. Yeah,
absolutely.
And not even necessarily like a shot at Mario, but like kind of like a way to backdoor like a Sega Nintendo kind of
rivalry,
or
that's what it seems
like
to me.
a universe kind of
that's
thing.
That's what Sonic looks like.
You know what it seemed to me like? Yeah, that's funny. You know what it seemed to me like? Like that joke in Space Jam. What kind of Mickey Mouse organization would entertain the ducks?
Yeah.
That's what that felt like to me, and I love that. That's great.
No, that to me felt like, oh, that's a mushroom world. That is a way for them to possibly down the future shoehorn Mario into it.
I know, because Nintendo and Sega, they're competitors.
They're competitors, but they have video games together all the time.
Such as?
Sonic Adventure 2 is when the mushroom...
Well, yeah, see, now you're pulling shit out of your ass.
I didn't pull shit out of my ass! These are facts!
You probably
references.
Sounds like you need to.
No.
They do like a Nintendo Sega Olympic game all the time, and then they do Mario versus... they have like their own little like Sonic racing game, and they cross over all the time.
You're saying we're getting a crossover Mario movie with Sonic?
Yeah.
With Pokemon.
And Pokemon, the Smash Brothers initiative.
Maybe.
Now you're just grasping. Now you're grasping. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it was just an acknowledgement to the rivalry. That's what I think. But I could be wrong, I guess. I don't want to be wrong. I like that. And I hope when Mario makes a movie, he makes a little subtle shot at rings. He's like, hey, do you want this ring? I fucking hate rings. Suck.
I do like the fact that that was a cool way to use the rings.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And when he fell down, they all bust out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know what? I didn't catch that till now. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
he got hit and they were That's pretty cool. Alrighty. So
they did that on purpose.
No, for sure they did.
You have to.
And another thing they did on purpose is the only way you could beat Robotnik in the video game was by hitting him. So like you jump and you miss his whatever and you hit him. So that was literally the end of the movie, is him hitting the thing or whatever. So, speaking of the ending, what did you guys think of the little Tails thing in the mid-credit scene? I thought that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Like you said, perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
Perfect way of, they told this story. Now, by the way,
Tails is looking for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty cool too.
And it does open up some cool possibilities, like why is he looking for him?
Yeah, exactly.
Something's going down.
Yeah.
But
obviously.
see, that's why I'm going back to the guys in the beginning, because that's where you get Knuckles from.
Those guys were like super primitive. Like, I don't think.
But you never
You're
saw
you're thinking they're like super agents, like.
No,
they're just guys.
Little Hedgehog, friggin' Jake.
No,
Yeah, they're just guys.
Dude, this is where you
They're
get
just guys who.
No, this
that
is
guy
where you
runs
get,
fast.
This is where you get the bad guy for the second movie is Knuckles.
No. Okay, but that doesn't have anything to do with those first
Does
guys.
Knuckles start off as a bad guy?
Yeah.
Really? I don't remember.
But I don't think it has anything to do with those first guys. It could have something to do with his world, that's what I thought. It has something to do with probably the owl lady.
But okay, so they might use that later as a plot point, but initially I don't think that.
Yeah,
No, they weren't trying to
Yeah,
do that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that's where they can go from there. You know, it's a red yarn. You know, red
Because
string.
they didn't tell us anything about them. Like, they would have said something.
Yeah.
There would have been more there.
But that's why you said make it a standalone movie. They don't have to until now.
But they would have.
I think it's more of a hindsight thing, more of we're gonna leave this little seed. That's what I meant. Is they didn't leave open threads for them to then. It's like,
they don't give
No,
you enough
but-
for it to be
yeah.
a threat.
No, but it's a seed.
yeah, maybe.
Yes.
It's a seed.
You're a seed.
You're a seed.
You're gonna eat my seed.
We were all seeds.
Oh, we'll see.
We were all seeds at one point.
Get me some more of these
know
mimosas,
what-
and then we'll talk.
You know the comeback or the insult that I'm gonna use from the movie is okay. Go back to being you yourself, or what does he say?
Oh,
go back
just
to being you.
keep being you.
Slits. See, I thought that was funny. Okay, alrighty. Honestly, really, yeah. There's not too much to dissect in the movie. It's a kids movie. It's an adventure. CJ said it himself. It's kind of a simple plot movie, but to that point. Not all great movies have to be this complex.
No, I'm not saying it makes
yeah.
the movie lesser.
Do you remember Mad Max Fury Road? The entire plot to that movie is like, we got to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a great placeholder movie. You
yeah.
know?
But
It's a good background movie, I think.
But we're not-
Exposition, action scenes, denouement.
Yeah.
Wrap it
Yeah,
up and call it good.
It doesn't make the movie less good.
No.
It just makes it less complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. Okay, so I guess we are. That's kind of. We'll have a shorter show this week. Okay. Also, ultimately, I have two questions for you. First question is: would you see a sequel? And how would you like to see it? Just real quick, and then ratings.
Yes, I would see a sequel, and I would watch it in theaters. Because, like I said, I don't not like it. It was fun. I'd sit down for another hour and a half. Watch it.
And I enjoy that too when it's like a movie that you're kind of already on the fence about, and it's like if you see the running time, an hour 40, an hour 30, I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't want to sit there for 2.5 hours for a Sonic movie that I might not even like. So
Right.
yeah, definitely for sure. I guarantee you though the next movie's at least 2 hours. So
Oh, yeah.
Doubt it. Maybe. It could be.
No, but I think they earned it to make it a little bit longer.
maybe we'll see if it's good.
Yeah.
And I would ultimately give it a 10, probably.
Barker.
Like I said, I think the only beef was it just wasn't focused more to our age group, which that's just me bitching. So I'm gonna say titties. I really did like it.
I'm going to say the tit because I had a good time. I laughed. It's not something I don't know if I would watch if we weren't doing the show. So glad I went to go see it though. It was fun. But yeah, ultimately I think there's potential what they can do in the future with this franchise. So.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna go watch the second one?
Yeah, I'd watch a second one. So.
I watched the second one.
I would be down for a Tales. I don't know if I guess maybe I'm putting too much ahead of myself, but I don't know if I would do a Knuckles in the second one, but we'll see. I would do for sure. Obviously, we saw Tails, so I would do Tails.
Well, what about Shadow?
I don't know who Shadow is.
He's like the evil Sonic.
Oh. After Tails and Knuckles, I'm not that well versed in Sonic, so you're officially now knighted the Sonic guy of the show. So there you go. You knew more than I did already. Okay, we are now getting out of here, guys. Next week, I'm down. I don't want to go see another movie that I possibly don't want to go see. And next week, Bloodshot comes out with Vin Diesel. So if you guys want to go see that,
that's already coming out.
Yeah, so I'd rather talk about Harley Quinn.
No, because Bloodshot should be J.C. David Frank, and that series is really good.
And you are also knighted the Jason David Frank stands. So.
Oh fuck yeah! By the way, in August, Colorado Springs Comic Con, he's there with Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick Foley's actually going to be in Wichita for a signing tomorrow.
Dude, I want to go. I want to go to that Comic Con because they have some more people coming down too. So
can I ask why? What does he have to sign? Just
he writes books all the time.
He does.
Yeah. He's like a New York Times best-selling author.
Yeah, like with like 3 books.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
The guy with the sock.
Yeah.
Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind, Mick Foley.
He's a best-selling New York Times author.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And he did it. He had a mission last like 3 years ago to wear a Santa Claus shirt every day for a year, and he did it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna do Harley Quinn next week. Okay.
I'm definitely down for that.
Okay. The Harley Quinn show. CJ, you're saying that now, but it's fantastic.
No, it's probably a great show. But now I have to watch it all in a week.
You know, okay, so it's not really a spoiler, but my favorite character on that is probably Clayface.
Clayface is fantastic in that.
I fucking love Clayface so much.
I love King Shark in that.
Oh yeah, no, he's probably behind Harley, Clayface, Harley, and then King Shark.
Spoilers. I didn't even know either of those guys were in there.
No, you do.
No, you do.
So
I
yeah.
had to cover my phone when you guys were spoiling it up.
Sorry. What are some recommendations, things that you guys are watching, reading, listening to that you guys want to tell folks about?
So I don't know if you guys want to do this with me. You don't have to. You don't even need to, probably. Fast and Furious 9 is coming out very soon. You
gonna watch all of them?
I'm gonna watch all of them.
Nice. I've already seen them also.
Yeah. I know he hasn't, but I think I'm going to.
Nice. When does that come out?
I want to be ready for it. I don't know. I think I got a couple months.
Okay, so you're getting started now. So.
But yeah, I want to be ahead of the curve. So.
Barker?
I've been hearing rave reviews about this movie. I think you talked about it a couple weeks ago when CJ was still off being CJ. But I'm gonna recommend.
Going on a cruise is a very not CJ thing. Can we just acknowledge that right now?
Oh no, I was talking about just being lazy and not being here.
Oh. Marrying a walrus. That's super CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot I did that. Yeah.
And species reassignment.
Fuck yeah.
And
they're gonna be a type.
Your keynote speaker at a butt plug convention.
Anyways, what's your recommendation?
Parasite.
Yeah,
the movie. Everybody's been talking about it, so I'm gonna watch it and see how good it really is. So
that was my recommendation, is Parasite. So,
really?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, and the only thing is I've been waiting for it to come out on Redbox, because if I rent it straight from Amazon or whatever, it's like $6 to rent. I'm like, that's highway robbery. But I think,
is that the one where the Japanese dude teaches the lady English?
No, you're way off. It's a Korean movie where.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Is that the one where the Korean dude teaches that lady English?
No, at all. The whole movie has subtitles. There's no English. It's a dark humor. It's a dark humor take on the power struggle in South Korea, because it's just as bad as it is here.
So I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, you have absolutely
not at all. Not even close.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or comments, let us know on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. You can find us on Facebook or Twitter.
I'm at CJMFA.
I know it's 2 weeks, so you gotta get back.
I was thinking about other things.
Okay, I'm at Barker375.
What the fuck is the Parasite?
And you can find me at Saint_45. You can find the show on Spotify, Google
I think you're
Play,
thinking Paragraph.
iTunes, Libsyn, Stitcher, or anywhere that you find your podcast. Okay. And we We can find the show anywhere there. Go buy a merch. Go buy some T-shirts. We have some new logos on there.
Yeah, CJ. Some shirts.
Yeah,
hey, Abel, nice shirt.
Yeah, nice shirt, Barker.
Oh, thanks.
I like your shirt.
Nice shirt.
I also have been wearing a shirt.
You have
it's
shirt.
Carhartt.
Yeah.
Shirt.
I have a shirt on.
And you, go buy a shirt. If you want to donate on Patreon monthly, please go do that. $10 a month gets you a shirt. I will buy it and send it to you personally.
I should just donate on Patreon.
Yeah, really.
To buy me a shirt.
I'm almost about to do a GoFundMe for it.
And then if you want to do a one-time donation, like, hey guys, that was really an interesting take on Sonic. Do a one-time donation at nerdworld2@gmail.com. Anything else, guys?
Yeah,
Go Battlehawks!
Yeah, I saw Bumblebee. It sucked.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Thanks everyone for listening, commenting, and don't forget, obey the NWO.
Obey.
Bye.